Welcome to the Success Face YouTube channel. In today's video, we will be discussing the book On the Edge and in Control, written by Deborah Bright. This book explores the importance of self-management and personal development in order to achieve success and maintain control in our lives. Deborah Bright shares practical strategies and insights on topics such as decision-making, emotional intelligence, and risk-taking, all of which are crucial for anyone looking to become a leader of action. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn how to take control and succeed in life with On the Edge and in Control. To start taking charge, determine the most important factors that will result in the outcomes you want. Prior to taking any action, clearly define your desired outcome and the most important factors that influence it. The better a task you do at deciding your key factors, the simpler it will be to acquire the outcomes you need. Most of the frustration that occurs at work or at home is caused by people's misaligned and unclear expectations. Keep in mind that taking control is not the same as setting goals as you begin to take charge. Your objectives are your desired outcomes. On the other hand, understanding the factors that can assist you in achieving your objectives is essential to gaining control. You can increase your power by developing a true sense of control, but total control is not possible. Check to see that the short-term outcomes you want are in line with your long-term objectives. If you choose short-term strategies that are effective now but will detract from a long-term objective, you run the risk of creating issues in the future. Long-term objectives must be compatible with short-term desired outcomes. Don't fall for tricks that give you a false sense of control. The three primary pitfalls are: getting stuck in the rigid zone. You're too strict if making rules and sticking to schedules become the most important aspects of your life. The loss of control is obvious when a pattern of following rules and regulations is disrupted. Getting caught in the dependency zone. Don't put too much faith in things outside of yourself. A false sense of control will result from dependence on other people or things. You might, for instance, come to believe that you are the one responsible for making things happen when in fact it is someone else, or you might find that external circumstances have placed you in a position of authority. Getting lost in the blind zone. Don't ignore information you might need to remember in the future. Be wary of recognizing a situation's change too slowly. When you realize that other people are just as competent, if not better, at their jobs than you are, it can do a lot of damage to your self-esteem to shift from being a big fish in a small pond to a small fish in a large pond. The energy allocation dimension helps you identify what you can't control so that you don't waste your energy on it. These three traps frequently coexist. Imagine, for instance, a boss who decides that his employees must complete a task in a particular manner. He doesn't know that this strategy doesn't work, and he makes the problem worse by refusing to listen to other options. Follow these 4 guidelines to keep true control while avoiding these traps. Flexibility is key. Keep your attention on the end result rather than the best route to get there. Become alright with giving up. This implies wiping out the battle, so you don't really buckle down on getting things going. Don't force yourself to choose. Instead, give yourself more options. You remain in control when you have options. Have lucidity. Sort out which characteristics or traits have added to your past triumphs, so you can attract on them what's in store. When you are on top of things, you will experience a sense of control. You can do this with the help of 4 aspects of control. The big picture dimension encompasses your self-image, the quality of your life as a whole, your relationships, your health, and your career. Everyone's big picture will be different, but it will include your hopes and dreams for the future and where you think you want to be in a few years. Your long-term guidance system is this dimension. The daily progress dimension includes the everyday situations you face. To master this dimension, you must have complete control over your daily life. In regular day-to-day existence, occasions don't generally work out as expected, so this aspect requires day-to-day assessment. It could be considered your personal navigation system. The damage control dimension helps you deal with and overcome difficult situations, like being disappointed, losing your job, or having a health issue. To overcome obstacles and respond appropriately to them, each person requires a set of skills. Participate in your own preventive maintenance and make repairs to yourself to learn how to fix a problem. The energy allocation dimension refers to the manner in which you allocate or direct your energy, similar to how a car uses fuel. Recognizing your limitations will help you master this dimension. Consider how much control you need, what you want to control, and how much effort you should put into it. Keeping promises. Another key to gaining control is developing personal responsibility. It goes beyond simply taking on one's own responsibilities and accepting ones that others assign to you, such as carrying out particular tasks. It requires an in-depth examination of how to make a valuable difference with your energy. Don't merely act. Take action early. Unless you are prevented by circumstances beyond your control, take responsibility for making things happen. Do more than just look at yourself and think about what other people think. Depend on yourself. You will no longer feel overwhelmed, constrained, or unable to act on a situation if you take control. When you take personal responsibility at work, you make sure that the work is done, set your own internal standards of quality, and think about how your actions affect other people. In addition, you adhere to agreements and exercise control over what you say to avoid causing harm to others. You can also control your actions regardless of how you feel because you can tell the difference between how you feel and how you act. Being a pro achiever will be made easier by having this personal responsibility. You will take charge of your attitude as a pro achiever. This is more than just your thought and belief system's mindset. Your emotions are included as well. Because it includes preferences that influence your choices regarding what you like and dislike, you have the ability to alter your attitude. Let go by getting rid of the fight. Pay attention to how you feel right now. Determine whether it is effective for you in a particular circumstance. You can change it if not. For instance, your attitude, which comes from a deeper orientation, can override a bad mood, which is a surface emotional state. You will run into people with a wide range of perspectives at work. The negativist, who has a negative attitude, is one common attitude type. The entitlist, who is interested in what's in it for me. And the superficial optimist, who is too upbeat and doesn't think critically. When people internalize their own responsibility, they lay the groundwork for achieving their goals. Conversely, the best demeanor is the supportive of achiever, which consolidates a few qualities. It also describes a can-do attitude. It incorporates a portion of the components of the negativist, since the supportive of achiever will see all sides of a circumstance. You always act with a dual purpose. If you are a pro-achiever because you are realistic, you see problems as challenges rather than obstacles, and you are realistic. That is, you want to make a valuable difference and exhibit exceptional performance. Furthermore, you are favorable to dynamic, so you focus on future known occasions, expect them, and plan how to respond to them. You don't just react when something happens. However long you have options, you are in charge. To become a pro-achiever, look at where you are now, see how your current attitude is helping you, decide what you want, and figure out what you can't control. The next step is to evaluate various possible actions and their effects using multidimensional thinking. Consider how a task relates to both your and the company's objectives, for instance. Finally, do something. Help others cultivate an attitude of achievement whenever you can. This can be accomplished through persuasive communication, leading by example, and enthusiastically praising others when they perform well. Take charge of your life. Apply this orientation to the 8 steps you need to take charge of your life after you adopt personal responsibility and a pro-achiever attitude. Listen for what's not said. Recognize unspoken expectations like how long employees should work, what they should wear, and whether or not you can disagree with the boss. Make these unspoken expectations clear so you can take charge. You can operate with more precise information if you convert them into spoken versions. For instance, you will observe implicit assumptions in word choices made by individuals. To bring them to the surface, ask questions or seek information from more powerful or knowledgeable individuals. Match your expectations to those of others in 4 key areas. Get on the same page and get in tune with others. Goals, work duties and roles, quality of work, and working connections. To avoid falling into the trap of illusory control, ask questions to clarify anything you don't understand. By doing this, you will be able to perform at a higher level. You will set performance goals that are more in line with reality, and you will be able to leverage energy by using it more productively. Think like a team player means internalizing your team's goals so that when the whole team achieves a goal, you feel happy. Learn to check your ego at the door, so you can look at the goal from the perspective of the group rather than your own narrow interests. You ought to speak in terms of we, rather than I, and you ought to acknowledge that each member of the team is valuable. Learn to incorporate your ideas into the collective structure of the team by separating yourself from the information. Recognize that criticism doesn't have to hurt. By doing this, you will also understand that criticism can be just as motivating as praise because it can help improve relationships, bring about change, and improve performance. You will never completely avoid criticism, no matter what you do, but you can acknowledge that you are in control as the one receiving it. Learn to see it as a source of useful information that you can use to achieve your goals. Keep your focus. Maintain simultaneous focus on two levels, both on a macro, big picture, and a micro, day-to-day, scale. You can concentrate on the viewpoint that is most appropriate in a particular circumstance or at a particular time by balancing both perspectives. Utilize your resources accordingly. Prioritize and complete the most pressing task first. Keep your dual focus by exercising control over your thoughts and feelings. Learn to keep your cool or remain composed in stressful circumstances. To help you relax, try taking calming measures like controlling your breathing. Don't speak first and think later when things are bad. You need to have a full set of quick changes at your disposal. Doesn't mean you should learn damage control or let your feelings out. Being adequately adaptable to bounce back from negative circumstances will keep you in charge. Work with yourself, not against yourself. Use self-criticism constructively as a kind of honesty forum, to examine yourself objectively in any circumstance. Then, make use of the information to improve yourself. Instead of destroying your self-esteem, this strategy makes self-criticism empower you. It boosts your confidence, which in turn will help you control difficult situations better. Learn how to relax and re-energize yourself so that you can use more energy to take charge. Techniques like meditation or relaxation can aid in regaining energy. Make time to learn and practice relaxation techniques for your body and mind. Thank you for joining us on the Success Face YouTube channel for our discussion on the book, On the Edge and in Control, written by Deborah Bright. We hope that this video has provided you with valuable insights and strategies on how to take control of your life and achieve success. Remember, self-management and personal development are key to becoming a leader of action, and On the Edge and in Control is a great resource for anyone looking to improve their skills in these areas. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more great content. Until next time, stay on the edge and in control.